Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is on this spinning planet of ours. My name's Frank Lavinia. You can catch me with the following URLs. And just want to do a quick live stream because I realized I hadn't live streamed in a week. And honestly, the way things are shaping up for the remainder of this week, it's going to be pretty wild. I got one kid homesick, and the other one is probably going to come home early. So, um, so what are you gonna do? It is incredibly cold here in Maryland today. Now that is relative, I understand, but we live kind of on the side of a hill, just downstream from the break in the Appalachian Mountains, um, and so there's a lot of wind comes our way, which is awesome in the summer. However, this time of year it starts becoming less and less awesome. Um, and so, but first, I want to give a big shout out to all the veterans who've served this country, the United States. And this is Veterans Day today. So, thank you. Thank you for your service. And if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Um, Really beautiful ceremony last week. There was a Tunnels to Towers is an organization that provides homes for veterans to Towers Foundation. There we go. Tunnels for Towers. Let's see if I can find a website for it. Which is really nice. They had a really good ceremony the other day. Neighbor of mine, also named Frank, actually, um, was a U.S. Marine and Army vet, and they gave him a um, they basically renovated his house for because he has mobility challenges. And it's nice because if you didn't know, I'm actually a survivor of the attack on the Trade Center, and so that's how I got to know him because we were talking about that, and that was kind of nice. So a big shout out to veterans. Next week is Microsoft Ignite, and I will be at the Red Hat booth. Ignite. Let's see. Share this tab instead. It will be at the Moscone Center, and I'm looking forward to being there. I haven't been to a Microsoft Ignite since leaving, actually, since leaving Microsoft. I've been to smaller Microsoft conferences, kind of local community stuff, but I don't think I've been to an actual big Microsoft conference since I left Microsoft. Um, Not in person anyway, because I left during the plague, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to hearing their full AI story. I've been kind of disconnected from a lot of the happenings in that space because there's just so much going on in the open source world. My brother from another mother, Andy, will be presenting, I believe, at Pass next week, SQL Pass, which I think is going to be in Seattle. So they still haven't fixed the timing on Pass versus Ignite. So, but at least they're kind of close enough. I guess you could, if someone was attending both, you could kind of plane hop from San Francisco to Seattle. So the main point of today's live stream was, and I always have to look at that. So I got access to Sora. If you've been watching my LinkedIn feed or my Twitter feed or sorry X feed or my um, I'm losing track of it, YouTube. Time for more coffee. It is cold, and staying up all night with sick kids is um definitely can drain your consciousness. And yes, that is my plan today. I plan to heat the office entirely with the GGX Spark. So got some ideas for that. Coworker Robbie had some interesting ideas around what he's accomplished with that. And the yeah, so definitely, hopefully, I actually have one of those point laser things, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll stream live later today. I'll do like a temperature scan of the side of the box. Oh, I have a friend show up. Hello, he's visiting me. All right, so let's open the box. So I got this on an Amazon deal. I think it might have been Prime Day, and I actually lost it because if you look at the box, again, Prime Day, if you look at the box, it's a Christmas themed box, which makes sense, right? Most people are going to buy this for kids and whatnot for Christmas or whatever. And so I just thought it was like some kind of early Christmas gift. I didn't realize it was in here. Um, so I'm going to, hello, I already fed you. All right. Um, let's open up this box. It is a microscope. It is on the back. It says it's for kids and students. Kind of a student of life, right? Speaking of students and lifelong learning, um, let me share with you. Oh, hello. This wonderful, wonderful article that the folks at Pluralsight came up with. So those you don't know, I have racked up. Today is day 1,000, basically day 1112. But they basically did this great article on me, where here we go. Did this great article on me. Okay, I don't need to chat about right now. Where I basically it kind of goes back in time. So if you've been watching my live streams and stuff like that since I started doing them, none of this is really going to be a surprise to you, right? Like I was a Windows Phone developer. I was, very heavily invested in the Microsoft ecosystem. A lot of people still remember me from my tablet PC MVP days. Um, but obviously, over the last few years, I kind of changed direction. In fact, that actually does dovetail nicely, right? Like I really don't use Microsoft AI tooling on a day-to-day basis. I know, gasp, right? I use VS Code. I do still use that, but I don't really use SQL Server. I don't really use Fabric. I definitely want to learn about it. Don't get me wrong. It's just I've been so busy in kind of the open source AI world, which is massive in and of itself, and obviously kind of becoming now an NVIDIA fanboy, I suppose. But oops, thank you. So they did this great article. I'm not going to read it to you, but it was very cool. Oh yeah, there's my youngest. We're at the beach, and he's very photogenic. So I sent him a bunch of pictures. That's the one he picked. This kid, this kid's going places. So definitely check it out. It's a really nice article, and I can't thank the folks at Pluralsight enough. I don't know if I'm the record holder in terms of like number of consecutive days of a learning streak, but I suspect that I am. They'd never confirmed that, but I'm still going to go for. I'm going for 2,000. So see you in a couple of years, I guess. But I think it's important. I talk to a lot of people about this who are early in their career, kind of worried about AI. You have to have a learner's mindset. You have to be continually learning. And that is exciting and it's terrifying. I'm not going to lie, right? Because the first step to learning is admitting you're ignorant, right? You have to admit, like, I really don't know anything about this, right? Like, and there was a time, particularly with the culture of Microsoft being what it was, can't speak to what it's like today, but like for me to say publicly, like I really don't follow Microsoft's data tools anymore, right? I mean, obviously I know SQL Server, right? But and I could sling together some T-SQL, but like I haven't really touched Fabric, right? I didn't really touch Synapse either, right? So like I would love to learn it. I would love honestly to learn it. So I'm looking forward to opportunities to learn there and connect with folks there. So if you're out there at Ignite next week, I will be at the Red Hat booth. I think um, I'll be at the Red Hat booth for a big chunk of time. So stop by and say hello. And with that in mind, let's get back to the subject at hand. Let's see. So yes, I see the chat. Yes, these are completely unscripted, completely off the cuff, completely live. So I do that. I have dogs visiting me. If you're lucky, I'll have the sick kid come by and maybe he'll throw up on camera. Who knows? Anything is possible on live video. All right, so let's open it up. I'm excited about this because I don't know. I just think it's cool, right? I've been a science nerd for a while. I was thinking maybe of like finding like an old circuit board or whatever and kind of zooming in on that. I did that with a Raspberry Pi in an earlier live stream. I think I did that. Hello. And I think I took a dollar bill and like kind of like did the microscope thing on it. All right, so here's a guide on focusing. So this actually has an embedded screen if memory serves. And here is the actual, put the box over there. Here we go. It's got a 2-inch integrated display. It's got the capacity. It's got the capacity to record, take pictures. Really cool stuff. Maybe I'll let the kids play with it. I don't know. So yeah, maybe I could take your paw print and go through that. Huh? All right. So I have definitely puppy help today. All right. There we go. It's got a nice carrying case. That's cool. Maybe I will let the kids play with it. Do you want to smell it? Here. Okay. Yes, I know. Every time I get annoyed, I remember all the other dogs I've had where it would bug me while I'm working, and they're no longer with us. So I do try to cherish each and every moment. All right, so let's open it up. I like the case. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the case. We have the actual unit. We have looks like a strap to go with it. We got a charge cable, USB-C, very nice, very modern, and instruction manual, and kind of shows how to use it. And what's this? Oh, these look like oh yeah, 'cause these are like specimen slide plates. So this is a fly mouth parts. That's pleasant. Oh, is that what you're smelling? Or is there maybe good puppies things in here? So I guess this is a true like STEM kit. I always think it's funny now, like everybody's like STEM this, STEM that, and somebody once said, "Well, you must have been encouraged to go into STEM." No, I was not. That's cool. All right, so these are definitely various specimens. I'm gonna leave them closed because I'll play with them later. With various specimens, very cool. No, I was not encouraged to go to STEM. My parents maybe were very. You will be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or military career. Which is funny because in high school I wanted to be an engineer in the military, so I kind of absorbed that. That obviously didn't work out, but no, I was not encouraged for STEM, and I would say I would wager that the majority of people who work in IT today were not actively encouraged to be in that. 'Cause that's what it is. So this is interesting. It's got a thread for a tripod. And speaking of which, I'm going to set up the actual proper teleprompter thing, so I'll be able to like look at the camera and stuff like that. Hello, can I help you? So there's a little screen protector. Let's peel it. I know people like that ASMR thing. I'll do it right here. There we go. And looks like it's got a slot for. Hello, what are you doing? It's got a slot for SD chip. You want? All right. He never does this like this bad, so he probably wants something. So I may have to cut the stream short. Where is the power button? There's a charger. I wonder if you can. Ow! Stop. That looks like the power button. Interesting. All right, so this looks like the focus ring. I should probably read the instructions, but I figured I would share kind of the unboxing. It's been sitting on my desk for like a week now, and I'm like, I'm gonna do an unboxing video. Let me know in the comments below. Also, I do have some Sora invites, so be sure to like, share, subscribe. I have a couple left, so be sure to do it sooner rather than later. If you've been watching any of my social feeds, you will notice that I have had some interesting fun with Sora. Let's Let's see. The website performance is pretty terrible, honestly. Somebody has to do some optimization. All right. So these are the feeds. This is what you see when you do that. And again, I've not really vetted these, so God only knows what's here. Oh, God. So you'll see I have this. So I know what's on mine. Okay. So
crust becoming pure gold. A little sea salt, a touch of lemon, and listen when it cuts. Crisp on the outside, tender inside. That is schnitzel done right.
I mean, the quality here is just impressive. So obviously here's Sam Altman.
It's sparkling like the surface of the bay.
Check out the curves on this electric coupe.
So smooth, almost like a dolphin.
Here on the screen, you can see the wave mode. It adjusts the suspension like this little gas.
So they actually have an ability where you can add particular characters. So that's what
a laugh, a bit of smoke. That's how you polish a moment. Shall we slip the conversation that follows? 5 minutes between acts can whisper more truth than an entire evening. A breath, a laugh, a bit of smoke.
Okay. So here's this is another character. So she's a character, Audrey Hepburn, Sam Altman. There's a number of characters. There's Elvis, there's Bruce Lee. I created a character. It's this guy. We call him Dr. Cubit. He's a little high energy.
He'll be the new MC of the Impact Quantum Podcast. Hi, I am Dr. Cubit, and I will be the new MC of the Impact Quantum Podcast. Stop making Cubits are trembling. I'm trembling. Do you know what happens if somebody sneezes in here? Decoherence. Poof. That's why we keep them in that giant cryostat. Sam, emergency.
So, kind of inspired by Beaker, but inspired by an existing one. Here's an interesting.
In school.
You're under arrest. Looks like our guy's inside.
Then let's make an entrance.
Just don't kick the door off its hinges this time.
No promises.
Police!
So it's basically Sam Altman and Bruce Lee in a 70s cop movie. This is the Leave Britney Alone guy, and I made him say, "Don't leave the dingoes alone."
They're just trying to live out here. Stop making them the villains. Leave dingoes alone. Look at him. Look at that face. Tell me that's a monster. They're babies. They just want to play. They want a family. Now you're turning.
So, a lot of interesting things here. So I did a bunch of stuff with Randy Savage. Here we go.
Yeah, rolled it right out of my kitchen like a midnight heist, and you didn't drop one single dime in my palms.
So if you don't know the whole story around the refrigerator saga, that's a whole other story. But I've had fun with that. I've had luchadores, which I think is how it's played.
Later, and tonight we wrestle with the history of NVIDIA. Born in 1993 to make graphics fly. Into Hola, amigo.
So explaining kind of that, I have them doing. Here's one with Randy Savage. It's a Pixar movie.
And a little bit louder.
Mr. Savage, investors want predictable.
Predict this, brother. We're building brains with heart.
Initiating.
Oh yeah. Sun is rising on something smarter, wilder, and a little bit louder.
I would totally watch that. Here's one with a dog doing a podcast.
Train with walks, not treats. They'll thank you later. Tip 3, the 7 p.m. Zoomies, make them apologize for interrupting. Remember.
There you go. And then here's one with Sam Altman and Randy Savage discussing artificial
Start thinking.
intelligence.
They got to stay in the ring with humanity, yeah.
Exactly. A lot. Thanks for joining me.
Oh yeah, Sam, dig it. AGI Mania is running wild, brother.
We want to make sure the technology benefits
When
everyone.
the machines start thinking, they got to stay in the ring with humanity, yeah.
Exactly. A lot.
Definitely some weird things. So this is a funny artifact. This I did for a coworker.
Quantum superposition, yeah? Think of it like your striker. He's either here or there. But until you look, he's kind of both here and there. Superposition, mate. Like Schrodinger's cat, innit? Only with a better left foot. Right, quantum super.
All right, so the only problem with that is that the TV was in front of his head. This would be really awesome. Imagine if you had like monster trucks. This is when the kids were like in my lap. The little one, he likes monster trucks. So I was like, well, what if OpenAI had a monster truck kind of sponsored thing? Just an idea, Sam. Just an idea. Putting it out there into the universe. This is for NVIDIA. Imagine if NVIDIA had one. That'd be pretty cool. You also have different toys, things like that. This is the Baltimore playset. It's got Camden Yards.
Say hello to the Baltimore playset. Cruise the harbor in your own water taxi, swing for the fences at Camden Yards, load up the famous sugar factory, and roll through colorful row houses with.
And then here's one where somebody wants to see the manager, and the manager is.
You found him, sister.
Excuse me?
Lay it on me, but know this: the cream of customer service rises to the.
And they cuts off at like really kind of like the most inopportune times, right? This is interesting. This is him explaining VLLM.
Language model to fly, VLLM's the rocket fuel. It's open source and built for speed. Paged attention keeps the memory lean. Token stream, oh yeah, brother.
I feel that the world has really lost an interesting AI spokesperson. Because I think Randy Savage died a few years ago. All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to see if I can heat up this room with the spark, and we'll see. Is it super windy and super cold? My name is Frank Lavinia. You can catch me at the following URLs. Here are some. Here's a QR code for my latest book. It's basically the Quantum Sales Playbook. It is how do you sell emerging technology, and it's on sale on Amazon. Maybe I'll do a Black Friday sale. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see me cover, and also let me know in the comments below wherever you're watching this if you would like a Sora invite. And with that, I'm going to end the stream. But first, I'm going to play some outro graphics.